Welcome back to another episode of the WPS podcast. That is Why People Suck. And I'm joined today by my co host, best friend, and sister, Alejandra.
Hey everyone.
Glad to be back with another episode where we talk about gym etiquette and how people can be really annoying when they don't know how to behave at the gym.
Yep, I'm glad to be back here for another episode where we break down the everyday scenarios where people drive us crazy with their annoying behavior and talk about what we can actually do about it other than daydreaming of throat punching people. I'm excited to talk about this topic because there's a lot here to unpack. So I'm excited to get started.
One of the first things we could talk about is probably people who don't wipe down their equipment.
Yeah, I think that's a universal annoyance. I go to a very small gym. Actually, we're members of one gym and then I have a free one at work. And so I go to the one at work when I'm in the office, and that one is it's so annoying. I see people working out in their clothes and like their regular clothes, and they just come in and do a couple of reps. And I guess because they think that they just touched it for a second and they're not really sweating, that they don't have to wipe down their stuff. And I'm like, you touched it. Your germs are on there. You need
Yeah,
to wipe it down. The point is that no one else wants to touch your germs. Obviously, not your sweat either, which is even worse. But just you're not even thinking about the person after you, like, no one wants to touch your stuff. Gross.
I completely agree. And if you're one of those really sweaty people, then maybe you should have a towel with you and set it down before you use any of the equipment. I see that at my gym sometimes, and I'm like, good on you. Because a lot of other people are just so disgusting. They'll sit there and then get up, won't even look at it. And it's just absolutely disgusting, full of sweat, and they don't care
Yeah.
at all. It's so gross. And I've also seen occasions where the next person wipes it down and then someone doesn't notice that this person is prepping to use the machine and they just jump right in and take the machine from them.
Oh my gosh, I would rage. Someone did that
Yeah.
to me.
I don't know, I guess were
Seriously?
they confused that the other person was just leaving? I don't know, but still, it's important to communicate and just ask if the machine
Yeah.
is free if you see someone doing anything with it.
Yeah, especially if the person is still kind of lingering by there. Like, if they clearly did not walk away, then they're probably still gonna be using it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually just saw that like 2 days ago, and I was surprised because the lady didn't
Ugh.
say anything. I just heard her muttering
Oh,
under her
really?
breath, like, "Seriously?" Yeah. So I think sometimes it's hard
Oh,
to talk to people at the gym though, because some of us don't like
yeah.
confrontation, so what do you do in that case, you know? But
Yeah,
it was
that's
just
true.
really annoying. And then just something else
Yeah.
that I hate, I think the thing I hate the most is when I see people who are just sitting on their phone on a machine that I wanna use. And
Yeah.
this especially happens with dudes, and I find that so
Yeah.
frustrating. Sometimes I wish we had just gyms for women because we do our reps faster. And yeah, I get it, maybe sometimes the men, they're doing heavier weights, so they need more breaks or whatever, but then get off the machine. Let people jump in
Yeah.
too, rather than sit there for 5 minutes on your phone. You're hogging the machine.
Right. And it's especially annoying when it's just the one machine because some gyms are smaller, like I said, and they're not like 5 or 6 different ones of the same one. So you rely on the one, and then if somebody's taking it and is just sitting there scrolling on their phones, you're just like, "Please move, because now I can't do my workout."
Just people sometimes have no self-awareness.
And that's the biggest issue with the gym etiquette, I think, is people just going in there just like in their own little world and they don't think about this is a shared space. You have to think about what other people also other people are using this stuff. It's not just about you. I
Yeah.
also noticed that with boomers a lot at the gym. I don't know if it's just like the gym that we go to, there's just a lot of retired boomers that are not really in a hurry and they're just like kind of chilling and spend like an hour and a half there. And I'm like, I don't have that much time. I have to get in and out. Like, I need to get my stuff done and leave. I don't have time to just like hang out. and you sitting there hogging the machine for 5 minutes is kind of a problem. Move on.
Yeah,
Or let me get my reps in between, and then you can go back to, I don't know, sitting on wherever. You just shouldn't do that though. Just
yeah.
don't.
You really shouldn't, but I guess
Mm,
the biggest piece of advice for you if you're dealing with people who are hogging machines and just sitting there and scrolling is, either you go up to them and you say, "Hey, how many sets do you have left? Because I want to use this machine." So you can be nice about it, or ask also if you can
mhm.
maybe jump in while they're taking their breaks. That's probably the best thing to do because I don't think it would be a good idea to talk to someone who works at the gym because that's very passive aggressive.
Yeah, that's like if you've already talked to them and they're still like, "No, I'm still gonna sit here," then I would probably go to someone and be like, "Hey, this person needs to move. They're just hogging the machine." But I think that's a very extreme step to take. Also, you're probably gonna see this person again. So I would just assume that since you're
True.
going to the same gym, you don't want to make an enemy of somebody that's just awkward. You're gonna make it awkward for yourself, so don't do that.
Yeah.
um Another thing that you could do with that is you could just be like, "Hey, do you wanna switch off? Like, you do your reps, and I'll do my reps while you're taking your break, and then you do your reps while I'm taking my break." And then also, like, maybe that kind of helps them get motivated a little bit, or at least it kind of nudges them and, like, it gives them the hint, like, "Oh, this person needs a machine, I need to move."
Yeah, exactly, bring them back to the world. Give them some
Yeah.
self-awareness.
Another one, which is a really big one, is the selfie and filming culture.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, look, I get it. People wanna they're influencers and that's their business and they want to film content, that's fine. Not everyone wants to be in your videos, not everyone wants to be part of this, not everyone is like, "Oh, I'm not gonna photobomb them." This is the gym. Like, if I'm going from point A to point B and I happen to be in your shot, you can't get mad at me. This is a public space. I'm not trying to photobomb you, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
do my thing.
I can't believe people get mad at you for that.
Yeah, people get annoyed, like, I don't know, they've never said anything, but you can tell that they're just like, "Ugh, like, I gotta film again," or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
"Dude, you're in a public space. You didn't ask me if I wanted to be in your recording, because I don't."
Yeah. They should be more aware, again, self-aware of where they're
Mhm.
filming and who's around them, making sure you're not inconveniencing anyone because we're all there to work out. Even people who sometimes are setting up their mats in front of the dumbbell rack or something, or they're right in front of the mirror and not letting you get to machines, those people also just have
Yeah,
no self-awareness.
and you're like, "Well, if you have your mat in front of the dumbbell rack, how am I supposed to get to the dumbbells?" The lack of, personal space is another thing. That's one example too, is just, like, hogging the space and not letting people walk by, like, if you're blocking the space so that people have to either go around you or step over your mat, you're clearly in the way. Don't be in the way. And then the other one is, like, if you go let's say there's, like, 10 different, I don't know, treadmills, and only one is being used by you, and then someone comes up and takes the one right next to you, why would you do that?
Mm,
You stagger. Like, I get it if there's, like, one fan that only hits maybe, like, 2 or 3 of the machines, but I guess that's fine, but I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't understand why people do that. Like you said, if there's
Mhm.
a fan or a window, okay, but most of the time that is not the case, and people just
Right.
come right next to you anyways.
I know. I don't get that.
I guess in that situation, if people aren't respecting your personal space, again, you should talk to them and confront them because otherwise you're going to have a very uncomfortable workout. So just tell them, hey, I need this much space so that I can do my reps correctly or whatever. So it's not you saying, hey, get away from me, but you're explaining to them, I need all this space to be able to work out and do what I need to do. And then that also gives you your space. And most people, I'm sure, gonna be receptive to that.
Mhm. Yeah. You can also move if you wanna be a little bit more passive aggressive about it, you could just be like, "Fine, I'm moving."
That's also another possibility.
Yeah.
Also, if people are stinky around you, that just made me think of that. That is awkward. Today I went to a spin class and the girl next to me really smells. So I often do some of the same classes at my gym and I have noticed that this girl always smells. But at that point I was already in class. She was a little late, so I couldn't change bikes. It was such
Oh,
terrible
man.
30 minutes. So I guess now
Oh,
I
that
know
is
which bike
terrible.
she always likes to use and I better just not take the one next to that one.
Yeah, if you notice repeat offenders, just try to stay away from them.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good rule.
Yeah, I never partner with her anymore in the circuit classes.
Yeah, I don't
It
blame
was just
you.
too
Oh,
awkward,
man,
what could I
that's a tough
say?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a tough one because she probably doesn't know is the thing, like, she probably doesn't realize that she smells bad, so
yeah,
that sucks.
but then that's why I'm always so self-aware, I'm like, "Do I smell?" Make sure I put
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
deodorant, perfume, everything. If I smell, then I
yeah,
just, like, leave.
yeah,
Or use all the machines that are far away from everyone if ever I'm in that situation for whatever reason.
for sure. Oh, another one, leaving your gear and stuff just scattered all over the place
Yeah.
so that people can just trip over it. Also, are you using it? Can I use it? I'm confused. I hate that one. And then the another one was also kind of using the workout benches that people use to do, like sit-ups or different types of things. Just using that to like throw your cell phone on there or put your weights on it. It's like that's not what that's for. Even if no one is using it at the moment, someone might come by and use it and now they can't use it because you have your stuff on there. That's not cool.
Yeah, because people think that you're gonna be using it. And you're not, so it's really inconsiderate.
Also, even if you are using it, you're not using it in that moment. So move your stuff off so that someone else can use it. That's the other it's again, it's like hogging the machine without you actually sitting on there. It's just like putting your stuff on there. That's also not okay. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
It's only
That's
okay
rude.
if you are quickly grabbing a drink of water or something to wipe down your equipment. That is the only
Yeah.
occasion I will accept that, and that's only like a 10-second delay or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. Here's another one also is I don't know, do people do this? I don't know that I've had really people do this because normally at the gym that I go to, there's music already, but people will bring their own music and just listen to it really loud. That would
Oh,
annoy me. It's
yeah.
like, I don't want to listen to your music. I want to listen to my own music or nothing. Or I just, that's not my vibe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people wear headphones and it probably doesn't bother a lot of people, but it's again, it's like that you just assuming that this is fine and being self-absorbed and
Mhm.
not thinking about the people around you.
It's like, if you're gonna be like this, get your own home gym. Don't come to a public
Yeah.
space. It's
Yeah.
just so frustrating.
There are rules that you need to abide by if you're going to be out in the world with other people.
Yeah. Another thing I was
Yeah.
thinking about is when you get unsolicited advice when you're working out.
That's what I was gonna say next. Yeah.
It's
I was gonna
just
ask you how you feel about that.
I hate it. It's the worst. Just don't give
Yeah.
me advice if I don't ask for it. I've had occasions where I have actually asked someone for advice when I see them doing something well. So I will for advice. I don't want you to come and tell me what to do because also you don't know exactly what I'm working out because certain machines you can use them in different ways.
Mhm.
And so you can't assume that you know the best thing to do. And even if I am doing it wrong, like leave me alone. I don't want your advice, I'm
Yeah.
not asking for it.
Yeah, but no, it's true, like, sometimes, like, even when you're doing body weight exercises, like, one of them that I can think of off the top of my head is, like, lunges, like, normally you're supposed to go, like, straight down, right? But if you wanna work out I think it's the hamstring more, then you would lean forward more, and
Mm,
so a lot of people like, that's technically not good form in the sense of, like, how you know what a lunge is, But it is if you're trying to work out a different muscle than what a regular lunge is trying to work. This is just an example. So, like, if somebody came up to me and was like, "You're doing that wrong," I'd be like, "No, I'm not actually. I'm trying to work out a different muscle."
Yeah. That's actually good advice to deal with someone who comes in and is trying to give you advice. Just say, "I'm
Right.
working something else," or,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm in a hurry. I need to finish my workout now because I am on a tight schedule," or something. Just, like, tell them to go away in a nice
Yeah.
way. But you can be mean in this occasion, I think that's really rude.
Yeah. 'Cause that it's such an audacity to actually come up to someone and be like, "You're doing the workout wrong." Unless you work at the gym and you're a personal trainer and that is actually your job and your profession, and you're trying to make sure someone isn't getting injured at your gym or your place where you work, then that's acceptable, but if you don't work there, it's not your business. Just don't get into it. Don't don't do that. So, yeah, if somebody comes up to you and says something like that, I would be like, I'm good. I know what I'm doing. Or, hey, I'm actually working a different muscle. And this is the best way for me to get to that muscle. And I know what I'm doing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. That is one of the most annoying things. It hasn't happened to me recently, but it has happened, so those people
Hmm.
suck.
Yeah, those people suck. That's so rude. It's like you're telling me
Yeah.
I don't know how to work out. I've been working out my whole life.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
exactly. Ugh.
Yeah. Also, people that just go to the gym and watch other people. What are you doing? I don't, when I go to the gym, I couldn't tell you who else was there. I don't care what other people are doing at all. Unless they're in my way and annoying me, then I'll clock them. But like clock them as in like I'll remember who they
Mhm.
are. But otherwise, I'm like, I'm there to do my thing. Like, I'm not sitting over here trying to figure out what you're doing or like watching you. Even on my rest time, I'm like zoning out, trying to think about how I'm going to do my next rep better or like what I'm doing next. I'm not, I don't care what other people are saying or doing or anything. I'm just there to get my workout down and leave.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so true. Some people do stare at you, and it's just like, "What are you doing?" Even if it is absent-mindedly, you should have some
Mhm.
self-awareness to know that you shouldn't look at other people, especially if we're working out, because no one likes to be
Yeah.
watched.
No, I had a coworker tell me recently, she's like, "Oh, I need to go to the gym." And I was like, "Okay, so like go. What's the problem?" And she goes, "Oh, I just don't want people staring at me." And I was like, that's really sad because she wants to go, but she's self-conscious because she needs to lose a little bit of weight. And I was like, you shouldn't worry about it. But I mean, easier said than done, of course. Like if you're
Mm.
self-conscious and you're self-conscious. But it's just so annoying because she shouldn't feel self-conscious. If she's going to the gym to try to do something better for herself, she shouldn't be dissuaded by people that are annoying. Like if somebody's staring at you at the gym and they're not working hard enough is my philosophy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what are you doing there?
And I think in general, most people who are at the gym, they just want to better themselves and they're not going to be judging you, is the hope, right? So people
That is a
who
hope.
make you feel uncomfortable are the ones who suck.
And they shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And let's see if there's any other things that I can think of. People talking on their phones at the
Mm.
gym. That's another one. Like FaceTiming at the
Oh,
gym. As far as advice for people who are around you talking on their phones, I don't really know. Like, get away from them. It should really be the gym's responsibility. I feel like they should have like they have usually floor managers and stuff that are kind of walking around. Like I feel like that should be on the gym to be like, "Hey dude, you can't be talking on your phone. That's rude." That's a tough
agree.
one.
Yeah.
I just feel
Uh,
like if you don't have the self-control to not be on the phone for 30 to 45 minutes, I don't know what I can do for you. You suck.
yeah, exactly. But like you said, I think the best advice is if someone is really making you uncomfortable or they're making it impossible for you to have a good workout, then you should tell a floor manager or someone to take care of it and talk to them because they can. And that would make your experience so much better, which is what they want. So I would say don't be shy about it because you deserve to be at that gym and have a good workout just as anybody else.
I mean, you pay for it. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. So, is there anything else we haven't touched upon on people who suck at the gym?
I feel like there's probably more things, but I can't think of any. But if any of our listeners have any other experiences, any stories that they want to share, let us know. I want to know all these weirdos. I want to know all the weirdo stories.
Oh, yeah. I love seeing these videos online and just being like, "What are you doing? Come on, this is a public space." Oh, people.
What are you thinking?
So I guess on that note, we can wrap up this episode on gym etiquettes. Let
Okay.
us know your thoughts. And if you have any other stories, please DM us, share with us, comment. We want to know.
And follow us on social media.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the WPS podcast where we said it so you didn't have to. Till next time.
Bye.